Now what I'm doing is a basic bind off or cast off. The main difference is that it's a rake style. So first of all, we need to move stitches. You're going to take all these stitches from these back pegs, move them to the corresponding peg on the front. So I will do a few of these, show you what they look like. Now they're going to feel a little loose. You might want to push them down some. Let me zoom in a little. Okay, so we take this loop here, put it there. You can see how it's loose. You can actually pull down on it underneath to tighten that up if you need to, if you're worried about dropping the stitches. This is not a very easy project to pick up drop stitches with, so I'm gonna warn you. So I'm doing all these pegs will have 2 stitches. Go all the way around. Your loom should look like this. Every single peg has 2 loops. So we're going to the side where our working yarn is coming from, and we are going to E-wrap pegs 1 and 2. They will have 3 stitches on them. We're going to take the top 2 stitches off. Sorry, take the bottom 2 stitches over the top stitch. You take this second one, move it to the first, knit off, and then you want to fill in that gap. So now this is going to have 1 stitch, and that is perfectly fine. So we E-wrap 2, that's your step 1, knit off, that is your step 2, step 3, move the second one to the first and knit off, step 4, fill in the empty gap. I'll show you a couple more times. E-wrap 2, knit both off, this second one, move it to the first, and knit off. And then we fill in the gap. Do this until you get to your very last peg, and then you want to cut about 4 or 5 inches worth of string and pull it through that last loop. But I'll show you. There are the last 3 left, so I will kind of work them with you if I can get a hold of the yarn, so you can see exactly what I do. Okay, let's E-wrap the 2 and knit off. Number 2 onto number 1, knit off, fill in the empty hole. That gives you 2 pegs left. The last one has 2 loops. This one just has 1. E-wrap both, knit off, peg 2 to 1, knit off. You obviously don't have to move it since this is our last peg, but what you do want to do is cut your yarn, have an end long enough to weave in, take your loom tool, take the piece you cut, I'd help if you grab the whole thing. There you go. Pull it up through the loop, or you can pull it down through, it really doesn't matter. And here is our cast off. It's a very nice crocheted looking cast off. I really, really like that bind off.